So it's been long talked about that the Hemi V8 is on its way out the door thanks to new EPA regulations, that it's going to have a hard time meeting, and it's going to be replaced with a turbo inline 6-cylinder. But those rumors are now confirmed and are farther along than we thought. Welcome to Automotive Antics. I'm Kevin, and the V8 is unfortunately on borrowed time when it comes to Dodge. The Challenger, the Charger, all of which they're carrying that 5.7 liter Hemi, the 6.4 or the 6.2 liter supercharged Hellcat engine are soon to be gone. Now, said the Hellcat's deadline is 2023, so we only have 2 more years, if you want to include the current one, the 2022 models, of that Hellcat engine. Now, the Hemis, both 5.7 and 6.4, are also going to be leaving us, unfortunately, due to other emissions and EPA regulations that they're just having a hard time meeting. Now, Chrysler's used inline 6-cylinders before. Look back at the Jeeps with the 4.0. They are fantastic engines. They will run hundreds of thousands of miles, and they are torque monsters. Now, we also have inline 6s in other cars like BMWs. Toyota's used it in the Supra back in the day. I mean, the infamous 2JZ. It was indestructible and made gobs of power. Now it looks like we're going to get a variation of that. Well, not specifically the JZ, but we're going to get a turbo inline 6 to replace all the V8s that Chrysler is currently putting in vehicles. So whether it be the Chrysler 300, the Trackhawk, the Charger RT, whatever vehicle that's currently housing a Hemi V8 is going to get replaced with an inline 6. Now, Stellantis has nicknamed this engine the Tornado, but its official name is the GME T6, which stands for Global Medium Engine Turbo 6. Now, there is going to be both an efficient version and a high output version, which you're going to see in cars like the Charger and Challenger, possibly even the Trackhawks. Now, the interesting part about this is not only are these rumors confirmed now through Stellantis, but it seems that they're already in production. Somehow they sneaked this past us back in November, where it said that they were thought to start production on this engine. I guess through all the hustle and bustle of the holidays, this would be a good time for them to get started and have no one notice. And if that's the case, which it seems to be, it was a smart idea, because we went a whole month not knowing that this turbo 6-cylinder engine is currently being produced. Now, this engine is being produced in the same plant in Mexico that is currently building the 5.7, the 6.4, and the 6.2 liter Hemi engines. But I'm sure many of you are probably thinking, why an inline 6? Why not a V6? We already have the Pentastar, right? Simple reason is that it's just simpler and easier to make, and that inline 6 is extremely torquey. I got a 4-liter inline 6 in my Jeep, and that thing has an astronomical amount of torque. Then again, we'll look back to what I said earlier, the BMWs. They have inline 6s. Those are torquey engines. Look at the old 2JZ that was in the Supra, also a torquey engine. The Ford Barra that's over in Australia that I really wish we had here is an amazing engine. Inline 6 turbos are awesome engines. I absolutely love them. And is it a suitable replacement for a V8? That's arguable. It can make as much power, whether you like it or not. It will easily make the power. The sound is something you're probably going to have to get used to. But I will say this, with the right exhaust setup, the Ford Barra does sound like a V8. So this is going to be a tough adjustment for some of you, as it is going to be me, but I'm actually pretty excited about this turbo inline 6. Now, it's rumored that it may debut in a variant of the Jeep Grand Cherokee. And then after that debut, we will see it then in Chargers, Challengers, and even the Trackhawk. Now, the main reason for this, again, EPA regulations, because come 2026, the government is saying that the fleet-wide average fuel economy has to be at 40 miles per gallon. And you are certainly not going to get that out of a Hemi. But an inline 6-cylinder with a turbo very much well could reach that and still produce good power. Obviously, if those turbo engines, if you're not in boost and you're just kind of coasting along, you'll get excellent gas mileage up until you build that boost in power, and that's where the economy is going to drop off, obviously. But If you're not, you can still get good gas mileage with that. This is the same reason that Ford moved over to their EcoBoost engines and their turbo V6s. Now, as far as size of this inline six, it's also rumored, but not confirmed, I couldn't find any confirmation, that this is going to be a 3-liter inline six. Now, honestly, that sounds a little bit small. I would expect it to be a little bit bigger. We'll just have to wait and find out, but 3-liter inline six sounds a little small to me. I'm hoping that's just inconclusive rumors and that we'll find out something a little closer to like the 4-liter that we've had in the past. Now, another thing that's mentioned in the article, which, by the way, I forgot to mention earlier, is all coming from Muscle Car and Trucks, and they are a super reliable source of information. So, like it or not, it looks like the Turbo Inline 6 is in production and getting ready to be dropped in its first vehicle. Could possibly be the Jeep Grand Cherokee. I want to know what your thoughts are. I think this is going to be a hard pill to swallow at first, but we're going to find out that this is going to be an excellent engine, making tons of power and getting the fuel economy we want. So no, we're not going to get that V8 rumble, but the sounds of a spooling turbo could be a good replacement. Do me a favor, drop a like on the video if you enjoyed the content. Hit that subscribe button on your way out if you haven't already. I'm Kevin, and I'll see you in the next upload.